Imagine a battlefield where you cannot see the enemy, but the enemy sees you, a place where one silent bullet decides who lives and who never goes home. In World War II, entire armies clashed with tanks, aircraft, and artillery. But in the shadows, hidden in forests, rooftops, ruins, and snowfields, a different kind of warrior ruled the battlefield. The sniper, the ghost, the invisible executioner. Today we step into the deadly world of the top 10 most fearsome snipers of World War II. The men and women whose rifles silently shaped the outcome of history. Our countdown begins with a figure who became a symbol of terror on the Eastern Front. Mikhail Surkov. His kill record is so massive that even historians debate whether it's possible. Surkov reportedly claimed over 700 confirmed kills. Whether the number is exaggerated or not, one truth remains. He was one of the most feared Soviet hunters to ever walk a battlefield. Surkov's method was brutal. Long waits in frozen terrain, camouflage buried under snow, no movement, no mistake. German soldiers said, "If you hear nothing, he is close." Surkov's shadow alone frightened entire units into abandoning positions. But the next sniper on our list wasn't just deadly. He was a machine of patience. Matthias Hetzenauer, one of Germany's elite marksmen, earned respect even from his enemies. With 345 confirmed kills, Hetzenauer mastered the art of high-precision long-range shots. He once engaged targets at over 1,200 meters, distances where most rifles of that era struggled to stay accurate. But what made him terrifying wasn't just skill, it was calmness. Soldiers said that even under artillery fire, Hetzenauer didn't flinch. He simply adjusted his scope and fired. His existence forced Allied troops to rethink every open movement on the battlefield. Yet neither of these men struck fear the way the next name did, Lyudmila Pavlichenko. The deadliest female sniper in history, over 300 confirmed kills. Her enemies called her Lady Death. She was silent, invisible, relentless. Pavlichenko didn't just fight. She hunted Nazi officers deliberately, removing command structures one bullet at a time. Her presence on the front line was so feared that the Germans tried to bribe her through loudspeakers, offering her chocolate, then threatened her, then begged her to surrender. She answered with one shot that shut the speaker down forever. Her legend grew with every pull of the trigger, but the war's deadliest nightmare was still to come. Finland's Simo Heiha, a man whose name became a myth of pure fear. He never used a scope. He never spoke. He blended into the white snow like a ghost. The Soviets called him the White Death. In just 100 days, Simo killed over 500 soldiers. No sniper in recorded history has ever matched that kill rate. To avoid giving away his position, he filled his mouth with snow so his breath wouldn't fog the air. He lowered his rifle sights to avoid glare from scopes. Elite Soviet sniper teams were sent specifically to kill him, and he killed every one of them. For the Red Army, the White Death was not a man. He was a curse. But these legendary names overshadow a sniper whose method was colder, darker, and more calculated, Vasily Zaitsev. His story became a symbol of Soviet resistance during the Battle of Stalingrad. The ruined city was a sniper's paradise, or hell. Zaitsev turned it into a hunting ground. Over 200 confirmed kills, but the real fear came from the psychological warfare he created. He trained entire units of snipers, multiplying his impact at a terrifying scale. One famous duel between Zaitsev and a German sniper commander became legend. The city became silent for 3 days as the two hunted each other through rubble and shadows. In the end, Zaitsev fired the shot that made him immortal. As we descend deeper into this world, you'll discover snipers who operated with no mercy, men who moved through forests like predators, women who crawled through mud for hours to make one perfect shot, soldiers who changed the fate of battles without ever being seen. Their silence was their weapon. Their patience was their power, and their bullets rewrote history. In the next segment, we uncover the remaining snipers of World War II, fighters whose accuracy, intelligence, and psychological warfare made them legends. Some killed from impossible distances, some hunted officers, some fought hidden in ruins, snowfields, and jungles, and some were so feared that armies created special orders just to avoid them. As the war stretched across continents, snipers became the unseen architects of victory and survival. Their rifles were not just weapons, they were instruments of psychological warfare. Each shot created fear far beyond the battlefield. And now, we enter the final part of our journey. Snipers whose names may not always appear in popular history, but whose impact on World War II was impossible to ignore. One name whispered with respect on the Eastern Front was Ivan Sidorenko, a sniper who didn't just hunt, he created an army of hunters. With more than 500 confirmed kills, Sidorenko trained entire battalions of Soviet snipers. His methods changed the way the Soviets fought. Instead of single shooters, he unleashed groups of snipers that moved like shadows across villages, forests, and ruined cities. His tactics were so effective that German patrols often avoided certain areas simply because Sidorenko's students were operating nearby. He turned fear into a weapon just as sharp as any bullet. Then we move to one of Germany's most precise killers, Sepp Allerberger. Initially a machinist, Allerberger's talent appeared when he demonstrated an almost supernatural ability to judge distance, wind, and timing. He used mirrors, broken glass, and even shiny metal scraps to create fake reflections and confuse enemy snipers. One of his most terrifying habits was decorating his rifle with torn enemy cloth, souvenirs of those who failed to hunt him. With nearly 300 confirmed kills, Allerberger became a ghost the Soviets tried and failed to silence. But World War II wasn't dominated only by the Eastern Front. In the dense jungles of the Pacific, snipers played a different, more animalistic game. One of the deadliest American snipers was Adelbert Waldron. He wasn't a man of theatrics. He was a man of impossible shots. On one dark night, Waldron spotted a faint flicker on a riverbank from a moving boat. With a single shot, he eliminated a distant target at a range most soldiers couldn't even see clearly. Though his official World War II record is often overshadowed by later wars, his talent began in this era, where precision was the only path to survival in thick jungle warfare. On the opposite side of the Pacific conflict stood Japanese sniper Shimei Kawai, a master of camouflage. He could lie motionless for a full day, blending into trees, grass, or broken structures. Allied soldiers often said that the jungle's silence wasn't peaceful. It meant Kawai was watching. His ambushes were so sudden and precise that American patrols sometimes changed entire routes out of fear. Kawai's story reveals a sharp truth. The deadliest snipers weren't always the ones with the highest confirmed kills. They were the ones who controlled the battlefield through terror. As we reach the end of this list, we meet a sniper whose skill became the stuff of Allied legend, Billy Singh. Born to a Chinese father and English mother, Singh grew up a hunter, learning to read nature, wind, and movement like a second language. In the battlefield, these instincts transformed him into a nightmare for opposing forces. His shots were so fast and precise that spotters joked his rifle was a hammer and nail. Where he aimed, he struck. With around 200 confirmed kills, Billy Singh showed that a sniper's true power isn't just accuracy, it's instinct. But the final place on our list belongs to someone whose identity remains a mystery. The unnamed sniper of Stalingrad. Soviet records mention him only through reports. A sniper unknown to our command eliminated 200 enemy soldiers in the industrial district. No photos, no name, no personal details. Some believe he was a civilian who refused to abandon his home. Some think he was a soldier working alone. Others call him a myth created to inspire morale. But German survivors described him with chilling words. He was everywhere and nowhere. Whether he was real or legend, his story symbolizes the fear snipers brought to every alley, every rooftop, every broken window. These 10 snipers, with their unmatched patience, skill, and cold precision, shaped the outcome of World War II without commanding battalions or flying aircraft. They fought alone, hidden from sight, yet their presence changed the behavior of entire armies. They forced generals to rethink strategies, slowed down offensives, and created invisible borders of fear across the battlefield. Their world was silent, their footsteps unheard, their faces unknown, but their impact echoes through history. Snipers were not just soldiers, they were the shadows of war. Invisible, deadly, and unforgettable.